Hello, Mithril here once again, getting back to Pokemon Yellow No Evolutions, and we have a lot to do today, so let's just walk and talk. For starters, I reorganized my items again, and got all my Pokemon to level 33, highest level I had at the time. Today we're on our way to Fuchsia City. My Pokemon's ashes are stored in Pokemon Tower. You can have this TM, I don't need it anymore. So we get TM39. Nice moonwalk. TM39 is a move called Swift. It's very accurate, so use it during battles you can't afford to lose. Just due to basic gaming conventions, I always found this exchange a little bit awkward. My Pokemon died. Have a thing. Happy item fanfare. Mood broken. Yeah, I got a bite here. So at this point we have a lot of options as far as where all we can go and what order we want to do things in. Technically we've had these options since we got to Celadon. This might sound a bit like one of those Legends of the Hidden Temple type spiels, but in the original games, as soon as you get to Celadon, if you want, you can completely ignore Erica's gym. Instead, you can get to the top of the department store, get a drink, go beat Team Rocket in their base under the game corner, bribe your way into Saffron by giving the guards the drink, go over to Lavendar Town again, get to the top of the Pokemon Tower, beat Team Rocket there, and get the Poké-Flute from Mr. Fuji, and at that point, the world's pretty much your oyster. If you want, at this point, you can go deal with the story stuff over in Saffron, and if you're so inclined, like Ash, you can take on Sabrina as your 4th gym leader. I highly would not recommend this course of action, though. Sabrina is pretty high-leveled, and we've discussed how broken Psychic type is in Gen 1. So, yeah, I really would not recommend it. But, hey, it's an option. At least in the original games. I'm not so sure about the remakes, though. Just a small fry. Hang on, my line's snagged. So you need Surf to get over there to get that item. I think it's a TM for Payday, which I guess it exists. Be patient. Fishing is a waiting game. So yeah, like I said, I'm not sure if you can do that much sequence breaking on the remakes. Reason being, you can't use just any drink to get past the guards into Saffron. It has to be the herbal tea, which is a key item, and as such, I forget if there are any prerequisites for being able to get it. In Fire Red and Leaf Green, I want to say you get it from the old lady on the bottom floor of the Game Freak headquarters, and I've been told that in the Let's Go games you actually get it from Brock. But in both cases, like I said, I'm not sure if you have to do something first. I don't know if it actually forces you to beat Erica first. But it does just kind of amuse me that, at least in the original games, you can sequence break that much. It's kind of funny. That one got away. With a better rod, I could catch better Pokemon. The Fishing Fool vs. Pokemon Kid. So the funny thing is, in the original games, you could actually do even more sequence breaking if you had access to Pokemon Stadium 2. That game had item storage, which means if you had one of the original games where you were far enough in to get the drinks, you could actually save them on the N64 game. And from there, you could import them to an earlier save file. So what this meant is, as soon as you got into Cerulean City, beat Misty, and went through the house where the guy's trying to teach his Diglett how to dig, you could go south of Cerulean City and immediately get into Saffron. Which is kinda ridiculous. It's probably a reason why they changed it to needing the herbal tea key item, to try and prevent that much sequence breaking. Because, you know, later games you could just attach items to Pokémon and trade them. And a level up for McCoy. I believe he's already in the B-Button Club, too. Too much. Yep, here we go. B-Button! He beat me at Pokémon, but I'm good at fishing. Now, for my own order of preference, I just follow the suggested badge order, which you can see by looking at your personal info. And if you look at this, Koga is listed as the 5th gym leader, so before Sabrina. So, I just do it in that order. I'd rather be working. Well, I don't think anybody is forcing you to fish. If you want to go into the office today, you do you. Now the funny thing is, even having chosen Fuchsia City as our next destination, there is still the problem of there are 2 different routes to get there. The faster, more direct route is to go west of Celadon and go down Cycling Road. Yeah, about that. I can just say no to sleep now, basically. Now the route we're taking south of Lavendar Town, it's a longer road, kind of a coastal route. There are a lot of trainers here, but also the main reason I chose this path is that there's actually a Pokémon here that I do want to get. So that kind of made my mind up for me. But I think this is usually the path I do first anyway. We're going to actually do both paths before we do too much in Fuchsia City, just because, well, we need the experience, we need some levels. The opponents are going to get tougher and tougher, and we have to try and keep up with that as much as we can. Kinda want to put Nightshade first, actually. I would consider teaching Shade Thunderbolt, but I kinda need to hang on to that TM for somebody else I'm gonna be getting later on. Ah, the troubles with one-use TMs. I know a lot of people defend it as saying, oh, it makes the single-player campaign harder, you really have to think about who you want to use these TMs on. It doesn't really work so well when it comes to you've beaten the game, and you're trying to outfit more and more teams to take on other players. It's not easy. It's alright. Losing doesn't bug me anymore. And so, hi there, roadblock. Snorlax woke up. It attacked in a grumpy rage. So, ordinarily you would want to try and catch Snorlax. You only have 2 opportunities to do so, after all. But, of course, since he can't evolve, he's not on my list. So, we're just gonna treat this as a mid-boss fight. How well is this gonna work? Not very. I may want to try and get him to go to sleep without using rest, so that I have time to try and take down his HP. Well, that happened. So yeah, basically, we're just going to treat this as a mid-boss fight and see if we can get through it. Try and get some experience from Snorlax here. Yeah, that thing I said about my luck with sleep attacks. I'm gonna need you to sleep for 2 more turns. Though you can move immediately when you wake up, so I think we've got this. And you stayed asleep anyway. Good. So, 660 experience for that. Snorlax calmed down. With a big yawn, he returned to the mountains. And so we can use this path to get over to Vermilion City, which I might want to just go ahead and go over there anyway, just to go ahead and recharge. There we go. Been a while since we've been here. So obviously, that would not have worked in later generations, because at that point Nightshade didn't work on normal types anymore. But hey, first gen, who cares about typing rules? Whee! Nice happy bike theme. But no biking indoors. By penalty of Professor Oak. Electricity is my specialty. And it's another rocker. Good job. Wow, I didn't even have to try and trick the AI for that one. Aw, not gonna do it again. Proof of concept that Sonic Boom in this generation could still hit ghost types. Okay. Sure, why not? Unplugged. B button, even though I really like Haunter. Water conducts electricity, so you should zap sea Pokémon. I'm the fishing guru's brother. I simply love fishing. Do you like to fish? Sure. Grand, I like your style. Take this and fish, young one. And so we got the super rod. Fishing is a way of life. From the seas to rivers, go out and land the big one. And this time we're actually going to go fishing. Now, interestingly, we skipped over the good rod. We actually get that later. In first gen, you didn't have to do anything special to fish. You didn't have to, like, react to a prompt or anything. It was either just, it's going to hit or it's going to fail. Hi there, horsey. A little redemption for how long it took me to find one. I'm not sure I knew that could happen in Gen 1. Seriously, you woke up on the same turn that I put you to sleep. That's aggravating. Oy. Anyway, as I was saying, this is a bit of redemption for how long it took me to find a Horsey in the original Gen 1 games. Okay. Can probably get away with one use of Lick. I don't want to risk too much more. There we go, we got Horsey. Horsey, dragon. If it senses any danger, it will vigorously spray water or a special type of ink from its mouth. My names are so original. Yay! So, time to continue on. Is this the trainer I think it is? You never know what you could catch. Ah, nope, he only has 2. I thought we'd see the glorious beginnings of the 6 Magikarp fishermen. I didn't specifically have a reason to bring Darwin along, but he's just so cute and fluffy. Really, how could I resist? Lost it. I catch Magikarp all the time, but they're so weak. And we get an iron. Just trim down the quickly growing bush here. Have you found a moonstone? Several. I can't even sell the things. So I was told in the comments that the Nidoran family is actually probably based on an animal called a Hyrax, which I'd never heard of before. So I went looking for pictures of them, and they're kinda silly looking. They have little tiny fangs that poke out and make them look like vampires, and I also saw this really silly picture of one that it was kind of sticking its tongue out in a weird way. So yeah, my formative experience of Hyraxes is they are very silly. But it's cool learning about animals that I'd never heard of before. Like, recently something got me to look up cacomissals, I believe they're called, and those are adorable. Ow! I could have made my Pokémon evolve with Moonstone. Well, I have plenty. You want to buy one off me? The stores won't. I found Carbos in a cave once. Okay. That's a very random story to launch a battle with. I do kind of wonder if there's any sort of rhyme or reason as to why certain vitamins were picked for certain stats, though. Like, I mean, iron for defense, it makes sense. But for example, is carbo loading good for running or something? I'm not very knowledgeable about the whole diet and exercise thing, admittedly. The less said about that number of experience, the better. And yes, also it was confirmed for me that Eevee could start learning Headbutt in 2nd Gen. Still highly considering Body Slam for him, which apparently, for some reason, Body Slam in Gen 1 couldn't paralyze normal types specifically? That's really weird. Just messed up. Carbos boosted the speed of my Pokémon. I mean, yeah, that's what they do. My bird Pokémon won a scrap. So, Gen 1 Birdkeeper. Which randomly seems to be carrying a bird that doesn't really seem to be a Pokémon. Indian elephants in my Pokédex. And a level up for Darwin. Which, Espeon and Umbreon weren't a thing in Gen 1, so I don't have to worry about him getting into the B-Button Club anyway. So we just zap a bird, as one does. Yeah, seriously, what's that bird? My bird combo lost? My Pokémon look happy even though they lost. Happy Birds, a lesser-known mobile game. I'm told I'm good for a kid. Well, you do have a lot of stuff on you. Bird versus Double Bird. It's any bird's game, but Bird will win. Drill Peck is one of those moves I underestimate just how good it really is. I want to say it's probably one of the better flying type attacks out there. I don't think it really has anything special to it, but it's just a fairly good level of power and also very accurate, so yeah. What's not to like? As I casually and in a paranoid manner look over to my recording timer to make sure I'm actually recording this time. Yeah, that happened. Oh, I lost. I want to become a good trainer. I'll train hard. Who's that Pokémon? It's McCoy!